Today we're gonna take a look at the top 5 teams for the Summer Cup, which gonna be available in like one day here. As we're gonna be able to use normal type Pokemon, fire type Pokemon, water type Pokemon, grass type Pokemon, electric type Pokemon, and bug type Pokemon in this cup. And the meta gonna look very interesting as we're gonna take a deeper look into that right now. If you take a deeper look into the meta, you're gonna see here already on the first place Pachirisu, which is actually not the biggest problem here. Of course, Pachirisu is like region locked. You will not be really able to use it. You need an XL version of it anyway. But you see here the differences between the Pokemon on the side with the score is basically not existing. What this means is that you basically gonna have a pretty wide meta where are a lot of Pokemon that you can use in this meta, and they are all really good. Even though like usually you would think, okay, a rank 50 Pokemon or whatever wouldn't be good to use here. But the difference between them is just next to not existing here. You see like the score barely going down. So this is actually very wide open and pretty standard good meta in my opinion. Like this looks like a really cool cup that you can use. There are gonna be still some Pokemon that gonna be a little bit better than others. One of them will be most likely Diggersby, because people are gonna jump on the train of having a lot of electric type Pokemon, because you see a lot of electric type Pokemon here, so Diggersby gonna be the best bulkiest Pokemon. Most people are gonna pair it together most likely with either the Vigoroth or the Lickitung, but like yeah, in general, Diggersby gonna still be good. Dragon of course gonna be very good, but what I'm gonna see a lot of times, which we will definitely have a lot of times available against us, going to be the fire type Pokemon here. Blaziken looks amazing, and especially Ninetales, even like especially the shadow version of Ninetales looks so good in the meta. You're gonna see some teams with this in the top 5 team review there. Otherwise, of course, the good old Warren is still available, which is still gonna be good. The Swampert gonna still be good. And there are like so many Pokemon, as you can see here, that are all viable. Even a Jumpluff you can use, which I also might gonna do actually. There's like a team in mind that I can do. Gravel are gonna be really cool as well. Alone Gravel are going to be able to beat the fire type Pokemon by also beating the water type Pokemon, the Volt Switch, or also like flying type Pokemon, only being really weak to fighting. And there are not a lot of fighting types around, but there's of course like stuff like Blaziken and also stuff like the Buzzwole, which gonna be pretty annoying to deal with. But you see here not a lot of really good fighting types here. I guess Blaziken is the best, afterwards Buzzwole. I guess Buzzwole is a little bit better actually than Blaziken. Should be a little bit more consistent just because of the better moveset, but those two are the best, and afterwards you don't really have a lot of counter user other than Heracross. But you see already like the differences between Heracross and Buzzwole is kind of insane. So if you have a Buzzwole, you are definitely lucky in this cup. It's definitely going to be one of the best Pokemon to deal with. But also like so many good fire types that are available, so maybe it's gonna be a little bit trickier. But let's get right into the teams, because we have 5 really good teams here. They're gonna be way more good teams. We have to see how the meta gonna be, but I'm gonna showcase way more on this channel anyway, so subscribe if you haven't. And let's get right into the first team. The first team we're gonna take a look at gonna be a triple normal team here. We have a flying type in the lead, of course, with a normal typing. You can also use Pidgeot here, by the way, as I don't know how many other flying types are available. I know it's like Talonflame. You can also use Talonflame. Talonflame might actually be even a cooler option in the lead, like just a general thought process there, because the core breaker for this team kinda would be in a Bomber Snow lead, as you have like a flying type that doesn't really want to face any Bomber Snow there. But also if you would have the Talonflame in the lead, you would be a little bit weaker to like something like Go, for example, I don't know, like a water type, like Swampert, for example. So I think, yeah, I think it's better with this option here right now. Noctowl lead, Safe Swap of the Vigoroth. You're gonna see Safe Swap Vigoroth on nearly every team, I would say. This cup kinda really reminds me at the Holiday Cup there, as you also had like Vigoroth, Safe Swap basically everywhere. This Pokemon was amazing there, and I think it's gonna be the same here again. And Diggersby in the back here actually is kind of okay still against the Abomasnow. That's why I think Abomasnow is not really the craziest core breaker. I guess you could say something like Warren would be also a little bit tricky there. But like against the Abomasnow, for example, you would be able to go for the Fire Punch. I'm actually curious how good Warren gonna be in this meta, because there's so many electric types, so many counter type users there. Like that's most likely not gonna be the best. So I think it's kind of okay still to use this team. But let's go straight to the next team. The second team here gonna be all about the later on sweep with the Talonflame. Basically, you have in the lead a Pokemon with the Abomasnow, which gonna be able to beat stuff like the Swampert again, which gonna be pretty nice, and in general going to beat a lot of stuff in the meta as you can see as well here, as we have 2 flying types in the back, which are going to be able to counter those counter Pokemon, like for example the Vigoroth. That's not really the hardest answer because there are not a lot of hard answers to Vigoroth, but like against other fighting types, for example the Blaziken, for example also the Pelipper are going to be very good there. And you basically really want to get out the potential threats for the Talonflame there, potential electric types, for example. You're gonna get that out definitely with the Pelipper, and you have a lead there that can deal with nearly every electric type. So you kinda try to get the Talonflame in position where you can sweep endgame with the Incinerate, and the Flame Charge gonna be pretty decent in this meta in general. Kinda like a sleeper pick in my opinion, the Talonflame. The next team we're gonna have here the Blaziken as a safe swap, which is gonna be really amazing. Again, Blaziken gonna be able to do a lot of damage against a lot of Pokemon in this meta. There's basically not really a safe swap for this Pokemon, as it's one of the only counter users that are actually also fighting type there that are really good. And you have the access to Blaze Kick, which deletes most of the grass types that are available. You have the access to Brave Bird or Stone Edge. Brave Bird most likely gonna be the little bit better version here because it's more neutral against stuff, but even Stone Edge gonna be really cool. Maybe I'm actually gonna Elite TM my Blaziken into Stone Edge just because it's funny. But yeah, this Pokemon gonna be pretty cool to play, and definitely gonna be something that forces shields from your opponent because they cannot really take the counter, and they can really not take the nuke move of this Pokemon, and there is not really the best answers for it. So very cool Pokemon. In the back we're gonna have the Ninetales, especially Shadow Ninetales is cool, but you can also use a normal Ninetales. Both of them are totally fine. And you can decide on yourself if you want to run Fire Spin or Ember. The differences are not really that big. I think Ember, the Shadow version, is better, and Fire Spin, the normal version, is better, but you decide for yourself. Like, if you don't want to use an Elite TM or you don't have the Elite TM for it, it's definitely not a problem. But this team, Double Fire, can be really cool, and having a lead that can deal with water types that are not Walrein, because Walrein actually loses to both of the Pokemon in the back anyway, gonna be really cool. So only real issue here would be Pelipper, to be honest. Pelipper will be a little bit tricky to deal with, but even then, I think that the Elite can even deal with it a little bit better than you might think. The second to last team here, we're going to have the Alolan Graveler or the Alolan Golem in the lead, going to be able to beat most of those flying types and also the fire types, which both of our Pokemon in the back we don't want to face here, as we have the safe swap of the Tropius. I think Air Slash is better as a safe swap, it's just safer in general. And then you have in the back the Jumpluff, especially Shadow version is really cool. If you have like only one of those Pokemon in the back, no matter what you have, you can just swap the other one for a Trevenant. Trevenant basically has exactly the same like matchups as those two in the back there. I just think it's funny to use Jumpluff. But Trevenant is most likely even better than Jumpluff, to be honest. But yeah, like this team in general will be really cool. I don't really see any problem with this team anyway. Maybe sometimes a Walrein, but also then not really, because you have like the lead should definitely deal with this. I think you definitely shouldn't use the Community Day move though on the Graveler, or like the Golem, I mean. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. What's just the better move, so why would you use the Community Day moves there? So I'm definitely thinking that the Graveler is even a little bit better anyway than the Golem. But this team should be amazing, at least in this meta, and we can take a look at the final team, which I think gonna be amazing, but actually would lose to this team, so maybe this team has some play. The final team is most likely gonna be the best one. You're gonna have a double counter team here with the Vigoroth as a safe swap and the Obstagoon in the back, and you have a fire type in the lead, which gonna be able to deal with potential charm users. There are not a lot in there, but the most threatening would be, of course, the Wigglytuff there. And again, like Vigoroth, basically the easiest and safest safe swap in this meta. There's not a lot that it can really can counter this Pokemon, and like it's just such a good team. Like honestly, I think that you're gonna see this team a lot of times. I think that's gonna be one of the most common teams. At least it was pretty similar team to this. The most common one in the Holiday Cup, and the meta seems pretty similar. So pretty sure this Summer Cup team gonna be most likely the most used Summer Cup team here. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you play one of those teams that I showcased today. Otherwise, I'm gonna showcase more on the channel. I would appreciate a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I see you in the next video. Bye!